When we think of an underground story, it doesn't get more real than a kid from a small farm town with 0 college offers, only to later become one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL.
Oh, there he goes. No one's going to get him. Unbelievable. Josh Allen.
But here's the kicker. Despite his rise in undeniable success, Josh Allen has been labeled by his peers as the NFL's most overrated player.
He's an excellent player. True. Who's also overrated.
How could someone who's consistently been doubted his entire life now be considered overrated? This is where the story gets really interesting, because while he's called overrated by some, the truth is, Josh has been underrated his entire football career. Firebaugh, a small farming town located in the middle of California's agricultural belt. Home of less than 10,000 people, it's where working on a farm isn't just a summer job, it's life. It's a place where kids dream of football glory, but few ever make it. This wasn't a place where scouts typically stopped by.
In high school, I had the chance to kind of maybe transfer to a different high school, a bigger school, get some more eyes on me. Decided not to. I didn't want to do that route. I wanted to be with my family in Firebaugh. My grandfather donated land for our high school, and I felt like it was important for me to be there.
I did not know that. Cool.
Yep.
At Firebaugh High School, Allen was good, but not wow good. Coaches liked him, teammates respected him, but scouts, well, they barely knew he existed. 0 Division I offers. Not one Power 5 school thought Allen was worth the risk. Imagine that. You've got the dream, you've got the arm, but no one sees your potential. After sending emails to a multitude of schools, an offensive coordinator named Ernie Rodriguez would give Josh a chance.
Why in the hell are you going to Firebaugh? I said, there's this kid out there. It's almost like it was written for a movie, you know what I'm saying?
Josh would ultimately take that opportunity and wind up at Reedley Junior College, JUCO.
I didn't want to make my parents pay for me to go play somewhere. So I wanted to go junior college, get a scholarship, and kind of pay back my family for doing that.
But even there, Allen's performances didn't immediately catch fire.
Michael, you got to be patient. I know it sucks. I've been through this, but let that be something that drives you and motivates you, and it sure as heck did.
So, after a season at Ridley where he led the team in both passing and rushing yards, Allen sent out even more emails. But this time, one Division I school bid.
This is a collection of a lot of efforts by a whole lot of people, and we believe this is a result of an excellent recruiting class. Josh Allen's a quarterback. He's 6'5", 210 pounds. We do like his size, but he does have excellent mobility as well, as you can see. And we also like his intelligence. And so we're excited about Josh's presence here.
Wyoming, a Mountain West school. Not exactly a traditional NFL pipeline. But head coach Craig Bohl saw something in Allen that everyone else missed. And Wyoming gave him the opportunity he had been waiting for. Now, Wyoming's not a football powerhouse, but after Allen's first season that was marred by injuries, he did what he does best. He turned heads.
Everybody in the stadium thinks Hill's going to get it. And it's Allen with the keep. Touchdown, Wyoming. Great call.
His play was electric. He showed off his massive arm, made plays that shouldn't be possible. And most importantly, he led his team to wins. The 2017 season was pivotal for Josh. With scouts now paying attention, Allen would lead Wyoming to the famous Idaho Potato Bowl, where they faced Central Michigan. And Allen, fresh off a shoulder injury, was feeling the pressure. But like clockwork, he delivered, throwing 3 touchdowns, earning MVP honors, and announcing right then and there that he was declaring for the NFL draft.
I will be declaring for the 2018 NFL draft, baby.
That was Josh Allen's mic drop moment. But even then, the skeptics still weren't convinced. And even before the game, while doing research for this video, this story, among many others I've read about Josh, more than illustrates what makes him just different. The night before the game, Wyoming's team squared off against Central Michigan, but not on the football field, in the bowling alley. It was all fun and games until the tension ratcheted up. And by the end, Wyoming needed a strike to win. And Josh, still recovering from that shoulder injury, was the last one to bowl. He grabbed the ball, stood up, and the rest was history. perfect strike. It was a sign. Josh Allen knew exactly what to do and who he was, even if no one else did. Yet.
Player that we talked about the least in Josh Allen. He probably has the biggest upside. Now, he's a modern day cowboy. I mean, he's big, 6'5". He's like Ben Roethlisberger, or if he takes over, he has the skill set of a Joe Flacco, a little more athletic, but he can really throw the deep ball. Accuracy is a thing. Do people get more accurate once they get into the program? Only a few of them.
When Allen declared for the NFL draft, he wasn't the polished prospect like, at the time, Sam Darnold or Josh Rosen. Scouts said his mechanics were off, his accuracy inconsistent, and his decision-making questionable.
Josh Allen, when I look at him, I see bust all over the place. I see a guy that played in a lesser conference. He played Iowa, Oregon, struggled. That 56% accuracy scares me. He's a superstar at the combine. Those guys have, through the years, scares me. I don't know.
And unfortunately for Josh, the 2018 NFL Draft was packed with quarterback talent. The Buffalo Bills, however, saw past those critiques. They saw the guy who, time and again, overcame impossible odds.
The Buffalo Bills select Josh Allen, quarterback, Wyoming.
Even when the Bills took him 7th overall in 2018, the narrative, it didn't change. This was a guy who played at Wyoming, remember?
All right, and we're meeting him today. He will have some winning over to do. A lot of the fans that we spoke with at Jim Kelly's draft party at Big Ditch in downtown Buffalo wanted the team to pick the other Josh. We're talking Josh Rosen from UCLA.
He's tall, he's supposed to have a huge arm, which will be good. But I just know he's got some accuracy issues. I'm a little concerned. We need a quarterback who's got everything. I don't think he has it all.
There was still an overwhelming sense that Allen didn't fit the profile of an elite NFL quarterback. His first couple of years in the NFL, they were rocky. He had flashes of brilliance but struggled with consistency. His completion percentage sat at a disappointing 52.8, and his decision-making was called into question more than once. Analysts and fans alike were quick to pile on criticism, but Allen didn't let the doubters define him. Instead, he worked tirelessly in the offseason, focusing on improving his accuracy, reading defenses better, and refining his mechanics. See, Josh, just as he'd done in junior college and at Wyoming, he used doubt as fuel. And that third season, well, that was the turning point.
Allen keeps it, pumps, runs, breaks the play. Touchdown, Buffalo.
I love that. I love it.
4,544 yards, 37 touchdowns, and a deep playoff run. Suddenly, Josh Allen was no longer the underestimated rookie. He was one of the most dangerous quarterbacks in the league.
What is your perspective on Josh Allen right now?
Yeah, Josh Allen is the MVP of the NFL right now.
And yet, even as Allen put up MVP caliber numbers, leading the Bills to a 13-3 record and the AFC Championship game, there were still those who doubted his long-term potential. Some chalked up his success to Stefon Diggs and Brian Daboll. Diggs, the star wide receiver who had arrived in Buffalo that season and immediately became Allen's favorite target.
Hey, 17. Good job, baby. Keep going.
See, the narrative was that Diggs' talent and Daboll's system had made Josh Allen into a star. And without them, Allen might regress. That skepticism hit a new peak in 2023 when Allen was voted the NFL's most overrated player in a player poll.
But yeah, so now the players are saying that, Lewis. Your reaction?
Yeah, I'm shocked. Look, and it's the Kansas City Chiefs are the team that said, look, when we played Josh Allen, we know, and with one swing of that arm, he can win the football game.
On the surface, that seems harsh, given everything Allen had accomplished. But the timing made sense, given what was happening off the field.
We got some drama with the Bills and their star receiver, Stefon Diggs. It's a little confusing there.
Throughout the 2022 season, rumors swirled about tension between Allen and Diggs. Some said the two weren't getting along, that they weren't on the same page.
All right, we got breaking news right here into First Take, straight from Adam Schefter. I'm going to read his tweet right now. The Bills are finalizing a trade to send four-time Pro Bowl wide receiver Stefon Diggs to the Houston Texans for draft pick compensation, sources tell ESPN. We were just talking, obviously, about Stefon Diggs moments ago.
Suddenly, Allen was without his top receiver, and the narrative started to shift. Was Diggs the reason Allen had been so successful? Could Allen continue to put the MVP caliber numbers without a star like Diggs on the roster? This, along with his inability to beat Mahomes in key playoff games, fueled the overrated chatter. It's easy to look at the lack of a Super Bowl ring and the departure of a star receiver and wonder if maybe Allen has been more hype than substance. But if you've been paying attention to this story, then you know this is just another chapter of a guy who thrives off proving people wrong.
And I want to know, though, seriously, though, and I want you to be honest. Don't give me all that political bullcrap, Sean McDermott answer. Did that piss you off when you seen they called you overrated?
I loved it.
See, the problem with calling Josh Allen overrated is that it ignores the very thing that makes him special. His ability to evolve, to work harder than anyone else, and to overcome every obstacle thrown his way. From being an overlooked farm kid in Firebaugh to becoming a $258 million quarterback for the Buffalo Bills, Allen's career has been about defying expectations. He's led Buffalo to relevance again. Before Josh, the Bills were a franchise mired in mediocrity, stuck in a perpetual cycle of disappointment. Now, they're perennial contenders, thanks in large part to his unique combination of athleticism and leadership. Yes, Allen has his flaws, but focusing solely on those things misses the bigger picture. Since entering the league, Allen has thrown for over 18,000 yards, rushed for over 3,000, and accounted for more than 175 total touchdowns. He's a dual-threat quarterback who can single-handedly take over games. That's not overrated. That's special.
I've watched you grow, be one of the best players in this league. I wish you the best.
But if history has taught us anything, it's that betting against Josh Allen is a losing game. This is a guy who went from 0 offers to NFL stardom. A guy who rebuilt himself into one of the league's best quarterbacks despite everyone telling him he couldn't. The odds have always been stacked against Josh, and he's always found a way to come out on top. So, is Josh Allen overrated? Maybe in some circles that's the narrative, but if you ask the people who have been watching him since his days on the farm at Firebaugh, the answer is clear. Josh Allen is exactly who he's always been, the underdog who proved everyone wrong. And he's still not done yet.